everyone, welcome. I'm Marta. Today I'm going to be teaching you a Vinyasa class, and this is a class that I've been teaching the last couple weeks here in Colorado, and I've kind of tweaked it and I've got it to a point where I'm really proud of it, and I'd love for you to join with me. One thing I want you to be aware of during this practice is all about hip mobility, flexibility, strength, and stability. It's still going to be a full rounded class. You're going to get plenty of hamstrings and hips and shoulders, but I want you to really kind of focus in on your hips. Find an awareness that you didn't have before this practice, an awareness of both sides, the right and left side, and how they feel different, and maybe one side, if you're like me, is stronger than the other side. So in my practice, I try to do things to balance out those sides. Maybe it's flexibility, and this class is going to point to those areas so you have more awareness of your hips. Also, today's practice I've been teaching with a playlist I have on Spotify, so if you want to check that out, my name is Marta Ezekiel, and it'll also be in the notes to the class. And the Spotify list is called Vinyasa September 2022. So I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you enjoy the practice. Please take a moment to subscribe, and if you can make live classes, please take a look at my website on the schedule. I offer live classes almost every week, and if you can't make those live classes, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss the class. Thanks so much. Welcome. Hip mobility, flexibility, strength, and stability. Today's practice, we're going to start in any supine position you would like. I'm going to start in heart bridge on my back. So if you have some blocks, you can do that, or you can simply be in Shavasana. So go ahead and come to your mat. Come into any supine on your back position. Again, I'm going to do heart bridge. It's a posture that I've taken from the yin practice, and it just feels really good to stretch out your pectoral muscles. And you can be in Shavasana with your legs out, or sometimes I like to just have my knees collapse together. So bringing your arms to the sides, no matter where you are, palms up, shoulders back and down. Start to breathe deeply, so find that intention to your breath. Filling up the lungs completely, and then emptying your lungs completely. So as you settle into your practice today, take modifications where you need to, and take a break when you need to. This is a Vinyasa flow class. When you're breathing in and out, try to create an equal inhale. Try to get that inhale all the way to the lower lobes of your lungs, all the way deep down into your belly on your inhale. And as your exhale, squeeze on all the air in your lungs. Either breathing out through your mouth or your nose. Sometimes the nose breathing is not available, so just find what you have today. Or just simply starting off the practice, calming the central nervous system, preparing you for practice to the present moment, so you can take care of your body and your mind. This is a great posture to stay longer, but we're not going to do that today. So go ahead, and if you're on the props, let's just move the props to the side and come all the way flat onto your back with your knees into your chest. This is called Artematsandrasana. You can grab your shins, roll out your spine, roll out your ankles. Just kind of moving away. That feels good. Just kind of exploring how your hips feel and kind of figure eight your knees. And then go ahead and hug your knees into your chest, flex your toes. I'll have you extend your left leg all the way out. Bringing your right knee into your chest. So you have a hold of your right shin, and we're going to circle around the hip socket. So mobility. How is your mobility in that hip, in your right hip? Big circle, so you bring it nice and wide, and then across the midline. Just nice deep circles all around the hip socket. And then coming with your thigh bone on the outside of the ribs, we're going to come into half dead bug. So go ahead and grab the inside of your right foot, trying to keep your thigh bone on the outside of your ribs. Left hand can come to your hip. All right, so you can stay here, or you can play around with a little bit of flexibility in your hamstring. Kind of straighten, bend and straighten. And don't worry if you can't get it very straight. And then just settle into dead bug for a breath. Transitioning back, both hands on the right shin. Draw the thigh bone on the outside of the ribs, and then flex your feet towards you. Big inhale, squeeze. And then as you exhale, use the left hand to draw your knee up and over. And you can cactus the right arm out. Keep the right shoulder down. If this is too intense, you can always put a block under your knee, or even with your hand, support your right knee. Options to gaze towards the right hand unless that doesn't feel good to your neck. And then you'll feel all this resistance along the right side body, and just with each and every exhale, let that resistance melt away. Breathing all along the sensation line of the right side body. Your intention, that's where it should be, and that's where your breath should be sent. On your next inhale, bring your right knee first, and then your left knee back up into your chest, and roll around again, starting over where we did. Roll out the hips, the ankles, point and flex the toes, massaging the lower back. And then hug the knees into the chest again, flex your toes towards you, and we'll extend the right leg all the way out to the mat. Right hand on your right, no, actually not yet. Bring both hands to your left shin and roll it out. All right, now check in. Bring that awareness to the mobility in this left hip. Does it feel different? Does it feel more restricted than the other side? Then we need to find a little more time to work on this side of your hip. All right, let's come into that half dead bug. Left thigh bone on the outside of the ribs. You're going to grab the inside of your left foot with your left hand. Right hand to your right hip. And then if you want, if you did on the other side, kind of bending and straightening the left leg a little bit, bringing some awareness to the left hamstring. And then just holding that for a moment, just exploring that range of motion. And then again, grab the left shin with both hands, draw your thigh bone on the outside of the ribs, flex both feet, inhale, and then use your right hand to draw your knee up and over. You can cactus or have your palm facing up. That helps soften that left shoulder. Again, you can support the knee with your hand or press it down. Breathing along that line of resistance, it feels like to me. And after a few breaths, it starts to soften and I can find a little more space. Next inhale, come back to center. Bring both knees into your chest. And let's roll back and forth a couple times. I'm going to have you come up over your feet into tabletop. So come up over your feet. Scooch it back onto my mat. And for this one, bring your knees together and your hands as wide as your mat. So just a little bit wider. Then drop your head. From here, with your toes tucked, move from side to side. A lot or a little, whatever it feels good. And maybe coming around Chakravarkasana, big circles, one of my favorite warm-up postures. Just really gives you a lot of information about how your body's feeling today. And then switching directions. Kind of organically moving, softening the areas of your eyes and your jaw. Switching directions if you haven't. And if you have a tight spot, mine is right there in the right hip a little bit. I'm going to hang out there for a breath or two. If you have a tight spot, stay there a breath. And then we'll come back up to center with your toes tucked under. Bring your hips towards your heels, reach your fingertips forward. Maybe your forehead comes to the floor and broaden the collarbone, but press into your toes. And then coming up, you can lift up your feet, kind of roll out your ankles, point and flex your toes. And we're going to come into an aligned tabletop. And before, we're going to do a spinal alignment variation, but before we do that, let's work the wrists a little bit. So this is my routine. I bring both fingertips towards me, tuck my toes, wrists, stretching the wrists back and forth, coming up over, back and forth, and then finding a little bit of a rock around the wrists, settling in towards my heels. If you bend your elbows, you'll get your fingers. And then one hand at a time, you can make a fist, roll it out, maybe open and close. And then find a little bit on the tops of your hands. So place your hand down, maybe with the other one, press into it. Same thing on this side. Any kind of wrist action you want. And then we're going to come into tabletop again, and we're going to do an inversion of spinal alignment. So as you inhale, you're going to lift the right arm and left leg. Now make sure your navel's drawn up and in. And I'm going to show you this way to start. Inhale as you reach. Exhale, bring the arm to the side and the leg to the side. Inhale, come back to center. Navel's in. Exhale. Last one we hold. Inhale and exhale. Hold the leg. Bring your right hand down. Hold it here, using the strength in your left hip for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then place your foot down. Rock back and forth. You can come up over the wrists and back. We'll rock 3 times, and then we'll hold the half frog position. So if you have any kind of knee injuries, you can stay up a little bit. If your knees are okay with it, you can come all the way down, reaching forward into this half frog position. And then come back up onto the knee, walk your hands back to your hips. Point your left toes kind of at an angle. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale here. As you exhale, side lunge into the left knee. Make sure you're not collapsing your chest. Chest is nice and lifted, shoulders over wrists, and your left knee is going to be moving towards the back wall. A few times here. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Now hold it here and keep actively moving the knee towards the back of your space. And then come back up. Inhale your arms up. Bring your right fingertips or hand down, left arm up and over into this modified side plank. Spin the ribs towards the sky. Reach out through your toes and fingertips. Inhale, come back up. Lengthen the sides of the body. Left hand down, either on your thigh or shin. Gate pose, open up. Palm down, shoulders soft. Drop your right shoulder, come onto your left heel. This is a great place for blocks if you have tight hamstrings. You can place them on either side of your left foot. From here, lift your chest, and as you exhale, fold. You can stay up on your knee, or you can come all the way down. Holding your leg where it is, come back up to your knee, but walk your hands back to your tabletop shape. Bring your left knee behind your right. It's a cow face position. Fan out your feet. Line up your shoulders and wrists. I'm going to do 3 cats and cows from here. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. Exhale, round. 2 more. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Come back to a neutral spine, and fan out your feet. You're just trying to bring them wide. Your knees are nice and tight together, and if you have knee injuries, you're gonna stay up a little bit higher, right? If it's okay, you can walk the hands back, if it's okay with your knees. You should not be super comfortable in your hip flexors and your, but there should not be pain. So wherever you land, lift your chest. This kind of child's pose meets Gomukhasana, or cow face it's called. Finding that flexibility, or noticing, being aware of the flexibility in your hips. Alright, let's come back up to your tabletop, lining at the joints again. This time it's left arm forward, right leg back. Inhale, navel's in. Exhale, arm and leg to the side. Try to keep that right leg high. Let's work on the strength of the hip. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Last one we hold. Inhale and exhale. Hold the leg, bring the left hand down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then place the foot down, and we'll do the rock back and forth. 3rd time back, you're going to hold this half frog position. And again, you can stay up higher on your knee. You're still going to benefit, or you can come all the way down. All right, come back up onto your knee, walk your hands back, bring your hands to your hips, angle your toes towards the corner of your space. Inhale and exhale. Side lunge, keep moving your knee to the back wall. Inhale and exhale. 2 more, inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Keep moving your knee to the back of your space. Keeping your shoulders over your hips, and then we'll come back up. Inhale the arms high for Vashisthasana variation. Left hand down, right hand up and over. Again, spin the ribs towards the sky. Point the right toes, reach up through the fingertips, lengthen your side body. Awesome, come on back up, inhale. Right hand on your thigh or your shin, left palm down. Gate pose. And we'll go into that hamstring work from here. Drop the left shoulder, come onto your right heel. Blocks under hands if needed, or books. Lift your chest and fold. You can stay up high on the left knee or you can come all the way down. All right, let's go ahead and come back up on the knee. Set your hands, right knee behind left, okay? Fan out your feet. And we're gonna go through 3 cats and cows here. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart. Exhale, round. Inhale. And exhale. One more, inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and come to your neutral spine. Make sure the feet are fanned out, and again, start to walk the hands back. So again, maybe you stay right up here. That feels okay with your knees. Just find the depth that works for you. Mildly uncomfortable is good, pain is not. So this side, again, we're stretching both sides of your hips and glutes. Feels a little bit different on this side. Both sides get about the equal amount of stretch. All right, from here, let's come back up to your tabletop, and we're gonna work our way into downward facing dog. So think about your hands, spread your fingers, you want this L shape. Set your hands, shoulder width distance. Bring your hips high and pedal it out. It's a little bit of movement. Bend and straighten your legs. Move through the hips. Just let the head hang. Maybe a couple of little spirals here up the spine as you inhale, coming to plank. As you exhale, roll it back down, dog. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Bend your knees. Press your chest to your thigh bones. Really feel the middle of the upper back stretch. And walk your hands back to your feet. I'm going to widen up my stance for Ragdoll. Starting, bend your knees enough and then really root down through the 4 corners of your feet. Inside and outside as well. Drop your head. Now, if this is difficult, you can always use your blocks under your hands. From here, when you're ready, and resistance starts to lessen in the hamstrings and the spine, maybe grab opposite elbows, but let your head hang. Try to take the tension out of your neck. You can be still here. Some days stillness feels excellent. Some days I have to move, so find what you need. And then go ahead and let your hands fall to the mat. Bring your feet back to hip width. Walk it out to plank. You can always put your knees down here. Right? If you're in plank, you're going to push the floor, root down through the floor, lift up, puff up the back of your heart, pull up through your kneecaps so you have nice, strong quads. Hinge forward onto your toes and lower all the way down. I'm going to have you bring your fingertips to the sides, elbows up. Point your toes so your toenails stay down. Inhale, lift. exhale, lower. And you're only coming up to where it feels good to your lower back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one for this, lift, and exhale, lower. All right, now we're gonna do a variation here. So inhale, lift. Drop your right shoulder and gaze over your left. Inhale, bring it up. Drop the left, gaze. Inhale, back up. And exhale to lower. Bring the hands under your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift your kneecaps, press it up, high plank to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, step to the top of your space. Bring your fingertips to your shins, lengthen, and then exhale to fold. Inhale, flip the palms, Urdhva Hastasana, mountain. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, halfway. Plant your hands, high plank or jump if you're ready. High plank, toes or knees down. Chaturanga, don't go past 90 degrees here in your elbow crease. Flip the toes for up dog or stay down in cobra. Downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, bend the knees. Travel to the top of your space. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, halfway. Plant the hands. High plank, chaturanga, or go all the way down. Up dog or cobra to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high, keep your hips square, and then hug your knee into your nose as you hollow out the belly. I want you to feel your core engage. Inhale, right leg high. Same action, this time step your foot on the inside of your right thumb. Use your hand if you need to here. Keep your left hand down or on a prop. Inhale the right arm high. And then we're going to circle around the right shoulder socket. So backstroke, maybe the fingers flush the floor. Big circles. Switch directions. Then holding the arms at 12 and 6 o'clock, coming to fallen lizard. It's helpful if you move your left hand up one handprint, come on the knife edge of your feet, and open up. Now if this hurts your knees, stay in that twisted position, twisted low lunge position. Super strong in the back leg, open the right shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Come back around to center, low lunge. Bring your left knee to the mat. You can cushion your knee if you need to. Bring the arms up. As you inhale, press your hips forward, cactus your arms. Make sure your core is engaged so you're not feeling this in the lower back. And then as you exhale, round your back, tap your fingertips. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Keep reaching forward. Bring your hands on either side of your right foot. You can use the blocks under your hands or come into pyramid. Bring your back foot to a 45-degree angle. Once your feet are set, pull your right hip point back, your left hip point forward, and try to create this flat back. And again, you might need your blocks underneath your hands for elevation. From here, lift your chest and fold over that right hamstring. So you're hinging right from the right hip crease. Continue to breathe here, don't hold your breath. Lengthen and fold. On your next exhale, rebend the right knee, step it back to low lunge, and then we're going to walk it around to a wide leg forward fold. Bring your feet parallel and fold. Maybe a ragdoll, maybe you're just folding using your hands under your shoulders or walking the hands underneath you. Keep a little bit of a micro bend in your knees so you're not hyperextending your knees. Let the head hang. Walk your hands on the mat, back under your shoulders, then draw your navel to your spine. You're going to bring your right hand to your right hip, left hand to your left hip, and squeeze the elbows towards each other. Rise up. Turn your toes slightly outward. Bring your arms up. Inhale. As you exhale, hands to heart, sink into goddess, squat. Keep moving your knees towards the back wall. Bring your hands to your knees. As you inhale, open your heart. As you exhale, drop your right shoulder, gaze over the left. Inhale back to center, drop your left. Come back to center, pulling your heart through the gateway of your shoulders, and then bring your hands to your heart again. Move the knees back. Pulse them for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Inhale to star again. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet again parallel. Interlace your hands behind you. Press your knuckles towards the floor. Inhale to open your heart. And exhale, nice flat back. Fold, and then maybe the hands come up over the head. Let the neck release. Maybe your palms touch. And 5, we'll release the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands to the lower back and then to the mat. Come up to your hands again. Skandasana, left knee bent. Now if you have knee injuries, you're going to have to stay up higher, and you can still do this pose. But if your knees are okay with it, you can come all the way down on your toes or flat-footed. Keep that left tricep pressing into the left thigh and starting by just reaching towards this right foot. Make sure that your right toes are curled up towards you and you're really activating your hamstring and all the muscles in your leg. Walk the right hand back up. Push your left tricep into your thigh for a twist. Inhale, open the arm. Come back down, shift through Prasarita. Bend the right knee, come onto the left heel. Again, stay up high for your knees. Right tricep into your thigh, left hand to reach. Curl the left toes up towards you. Walk the left hand back up. Right tricep's gonna press into your thigh. Inhale, left arm high. Bring the left hand down and just shift side to side. You can use your hands or you can bring your hands to your heart. We're going to be doing quite a few Skandasanas today, so just warm this up. And you just have to decide on the depth that works. That was flow. Come back to wide leg forward fold. Bring the hands under your shoulders, little halfway lift. Let's walk it back to the front with the right leg lead, and then step your feet together and fold. Chair pose. Inhale, sink the hips, face towards you. Bring your arms up. Knit the ribs together. You should be able to see the toes. Bring your hands to your heart. Lengthen tailbone to head, and bring the left elbow to your right thigh. Lengthen and twist. You're trying to get your thumbs to your heart space. Soften the right shoulder down. Inhale for length. Exhale for the depth of twist. In 5, we're going to come to a forward fold. 4, 3, 2, and 1 fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, open your heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, high plank, toes or knees, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg high. Hollow out the belly, knee to nose. Hug it in, hollow it out. Inhale, left leg high. Same action all the way through to low lunge. Keep your right hand down or on a block. Left hand high, so the arms are 12 and 6 o'clock. And then backstroke. Switch directions. And then holding the arms at 12 and 6, you can stay right here or move the right hand at one handprint. Come onto the knife edge, that's the outside edge of both legs, or both feet rather. Open the shoulder. Come back around. Bring your right knee down, bring your arms up. All right, let's work the hip flexors. All right, inhale, open the heart. Exhale, round. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Keep reaching forward. We're gonna come to pyramid again, use the blocks. Right back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Once your feet are set, pull your right hip forward, left hip back, lift and fold. Trying to get that flat back. You can bring your hand to your sacrum to see if that is flat. And don't worry if your left leg's not perfectly straight, you're still gonna feel your hamstring. And there also should be a tiny micro bend. Next, exhale, step the right foot back and walk it around. I'm gonna flip around to face you. So now you're, again, in a wide leg forward fold. This time, hamstrings are a little happier with you maybe. Maybe grab the big toes with your peace fingers or the outsides of your feet, using your biceps to press you down. Continue to breathe intentionally here. And then go ahead and walk it out. I'm gonna have you walk it out like your hands are going to down dog, because they are. Set your hands, then come up to your tippy toes. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale. And then as you exhale, press the weight into the heels and traction. Press your shoulders back, press your chest. So you've got this wonderful opening in the middle of your upper back and your head is just hanging. Beautiful traction here. And then walk your hands back. We're going to come into full frog here. So if you have your yoga mat, you can fold it over for your knees. Otherwise, you're going to put your knees down, or you can even put a blanket under your knees. All right, so your knees and ankles are going to be in the same line. You can stay up high or come to your props. You can come to your elbows, or you can walk it out to your chest and chin. So find your edge. Breathe deeply. Give me 3 more breaths. And then gently guide yourself back up to that wide leg forward fold. Halfway lift. And then walk to the top of your mat. I'm going to be looking the other way, so the left leg is leading. Then bring your feet together and fold. Chair pose, inhale. Knit the ribs, bring the hands to your heart. Lengthen forward, right elbow to the outside of the left thigh, lengthen and twist. Face this way for you. Making sure that your thumbs are moving towards your heart space and this right knee is staying tucked behind. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, fold. Mountain pose, inhale. Hands to heart center. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, open your heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, jump or step. Toes or knees, chaturanga or all the way down. Up dog or cobra to downward dog. As you inhale, bring your right leg high. Come all the way through the low lunge. As you inhale, halfway lift, standing splits. You're going to root down through your right foot, lift your chest, and lift this back leg with your left glute, flexing your toes. Inhale, and then exhale into standing splits. On this first one, slight bend in the left knee, keep your left hand down, grab the back of your right calf with your hand. Then go ahead and bring your hands out in front again. Lift your chest. Now bend your standing knee. Find a focal point ahead of you and bring your hands to your heart. Still lifting the left leg with your left glute. Slowly coming up, left leg high. That takes a lot of strength in your right glute. From here, bring your palms to touch and your elbows to touch into your heart. Step back into crescent lunge, and then bring your elbows to the outside of your right thigh. As you inhale, twist and open your elbows. Now holding this twist without the leverage of your right thigh, lift it up. Inhale here. Exhale, open the arms. So now the arms are parallel to the ground. Inhale. Windmill around to warrior two. Heel to heel or heel to arch. Shoulders back and down. Bring your hands to your heart. Skandasana. So you're going to bend the left knee, straighten the right. Now you can stay up high or you can come down lower. Okay? Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, Skandasana. Moving on this time. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side. Elbow to knee or hand to the floor. Also, another option is to bring the left arm up over the ear. From here, reach your left arm to the sky, right arm to the sky, into star. Eagle your arms, right arm under left and come into goddess squat. You can come here, or you can wrap it all the way around. Make sure your shoulders are over your hips and your knees are pressing towards the back of your space. Inhale here. Exhale, reach. Sweep the fingertips on the floor. Come up to center, and then we're going to switch directions. Coming back to center, keep pulling your knees towards the back of your space. Keeping your eagle arms reach the sky, straighten the legs. And then bring your feet back to your warrior two. All right, right leg leads. From here, turn your eagle arms to the front. Lift up the 5 toes of your right foot. You're going to float the best you can into full eagle. Bring it around. I'm going to face you. So maybe put your toe down. Lift your fingertips to the sky. Soften your shoulders. Inhale. And then exhale, flying eagle. Elbows come to your knees, squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release Urdhva mountain. And shake it out. Hands to heart. All right, other side. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, open your heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Plant your hands. High plank. Go through your vinyasa or take it out if you're getting tired. To downward dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale to low lunge. Inhale, halfway lift, standing splits, right? Keep lifting. And on your exhale, fold. Keep the right hand out in front. Left hand can grab the back of your left thigh or calf and fold. Bring both hands back out. Bend your standing leg. Lift your right leg. Find a focal point. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, one leg, Tadasana. Hands touch, elbows touch. Step it back. Elbows hook on the outside of the left thigh. Wing the elbows up. Pushing into the thigh, but hold the twist now. Rise up. Hold the twist. Open the arms. Inhale. Exhale here. Inhale around to warrior two. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Skandasana. Right. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're gonna move on this time. Inhale. Exhale, extend it. Inhale, star. Exhale, left arm under right, sink into goddess, pull the knees back. Inhale, reach towards your left knee, use your torso here, twist. All the way up, switch directions. All the way up. Pull the knees back. Straighten the legs, reach the sky. Warrior two. Turn your torso forward. Root down through your left foot. You're going to come to full eagle. Okay. From full eagle, toe down or wrap. Lift your fingers, soften your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, fold. 5, squeeze your arms and legs together. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up, shake it out. All right. We're gonna go through that one more time. We'll add a few things. Top of the mat, inhale. Mountain pose, open your heart. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Inhale halfway, high plank, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, Adho Mukha, downward dog. Inhale the right leg high, exhale to low lunge. Inhale, halfway lift, standing splits, exhale, fold. Bend the right leg, lift the chest, hands to heart. Inhale, one leg Tadasana. Exhale, hands and elbows touch. Inhale, step it back. Exhale, elbow hook. Inhale, open the elbows. Exhale, rise. Inhale. Exhale, open the arms. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. One more. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Moving on. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended. Inhale, star. Exhale, right under left, eagle. Inhale. Exhale. Big twist around the torso. Switch directions, exhale. Coming up, straighten the legs, bring them to warrior two, then turn the twist towards the front of your space. Root down through your right foot, eagle. Lift your fingertips, soften your shoulders. Inhale, exhale, round. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, jump or step. Go through your vinyasa to downward dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, halfway lift, standing splits. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, one leg Tadasana. Exhale, hands and elbows touch. Inhale, step it back, crescent lunge legs. Hook the elbows. Inhale to open. Now hold this leverage. Lift, exhale. Inhale. Exhale to open. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, Skandasana for 3. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one here. Inhale, warrior two. Actually, we move on, extended side. Inhale, star. Left arm under, sink into goddess. Settle, inhale. Reach towards your left knee, big sweep. And then right knee, big sweep. Inhale, straighten the legs, keep the eagle arms, warrior two to the front. Turn to the front with your arms, root down through your left foot. Float the best you can into your eagle. Lift your fingertips, soften your shoulders. Inhale, exhale. 3, 2, and 1, release. Nice work. Anjali Mudra, hands to heart. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Whew, come into a little ball. Step it back to down dog. Just for a moment. Inhale the right leg high. Right knee to right wrist. We're going to come to half pigeon here. You could come to Gomukhasana again if you wanted. I'm going to come to half pigeon. Fingertips down, lifted chest. And then hinge forward. We'll stay here just about 5 breaths. Then go ahead and come up to your hands. All right, we're going to move into Artematsandrasana. So come onto your right hip a little bit. Bring this left leg up and over so it's crossing over your right leg. Now if this is too much, you can straighten your right leg. Okay? From here, your foot's flat. You're on your sit bones. Left hand down. Inhale, right arm high. And start to twist. Maybe you hug, maybe the elbow, right? But this left arm is there to lengthen your spine. It's hard to breathe when you're twisting like this, so you really have to find that pathway for your breath. Release counter with your hands first, then maybe keep the right hand down, lift the hips up. Coming back down, popping back up into your down dog for the other side. Inhale, left leg high, left knee, left wrist. Extend the right leg parallel to your mat. You can always put a prop, block, blanket, pillow under the hip if it's high. Just make sure your hips stay square. From here, before you fold into it, find length and then walk it forward. And this is a good place to notice flexibility in your hips, right? I'm comparing my hips right now, and this side is a little bit tighter than the other side. Two more breaths here. And then come back up to your hands, fall onto your left hip, bring your right leg up and over. Again, you can straighten the left leg if this is too much. From here, trying to get that right sit bone down. Bring your right hand behind you, left hand high, start to twist, and then hook the elbow or hug. Right? Keeping the right hand to lengthen the spine, inhaling, lengthening, exhaling as you fold. Do not fold, twist. Then just a little counter with your hands. Keep the left hand down, press the hips up, arc. Down this time. I'm just going to have you go ahead, come onto your back. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Cactus your arms. Lower back is down, and then windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Just massaging your lower back. Next time your knees come to the right, stay there. You can stay here. For a little quad stretch, bring your left hand to your left foot. So you're going to grab your top of your foot. Bring your heel towards your glute, right? And then with your own muscles in the left leg, draw this left knee towards the mat. And your heel is up towards your glute. And if you can't reach for it, don't worry about it. Or if you can't grab it. All right, release. And let's go side to side again. Nice and slow, really intentional. And then when the knees come to the left again, stay there. Right hand's going to grab right foot from the top. Draw your heel towards you. And then actively encourage the right knee down. Let's bring the knees back towards the sky, and then Artematsandrasana, knees into the chest, just like we began. Roll out the lower back. And this time we're going to come into a full dead bug. Maybe play around with a little dead bug, which is the knees bent with a little happy baby with the legs straight. Do a little bit of both, or one or the other. From here, come into your final asana. Can be Shavasana or any other restorative pose. Stay here for as long as you have time to. When you're ready to get on with the day, I'll have you take one more full body stretch. Extend the hands behind you. Press the heels towards the front of your space. Big sip of air. Big sigh out. And then bending your knees to come up to a seat. Any seat. Anjali Mudra, bringing the right and left hands together to your heart. Balance and connection. Thank you so much for sharing the last hour with me. Please take a moment to subscribe and send this to anybody you think might benefit. I would truly appreciate it. Thanks so much. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. Be strong, be kind, and be brave. Namaste.